Hey, Capt Logos here, preacher at large, teaching the word and inspiring 3 minutes at a time. Hey, yesterday was Good Friday. Tomorrow's Easter. Of course, still sort of funny to me that why do they call it Good Friday? Well, I know it was good for us that Christ went and died, but it obviously wasn't good for him. It wasn't good for God to watch his only son die. Yeah, Good Friday, the day that Christ was beaten, the day that he was killed, that he was hung on a cross. Well, by this time back then, he's been in the ground. He's been put in the cave. He's been taken care of, wrapped up. And everybody thinks it's over because apparently nobody believed him, right? Even the disciples. And even after he was raised from the dead on Easter, they still didn't believe it at first. But let me talk about Isaiah 1 and 18 while we're waiting for Christ to rise tomorrow. Yeah, I know it wasn't tomorrow, and I know we don't even have the days right, so work with me here. Isaiah 1 and 18 says, "Come now, let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they shall be as wool." And then he goes on in verse 19, the verse you hear me quote a lot, "If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat of the good of the land." Now think about it. God is asking us to reason with him. And here's his reasoning. That he says, "Come now, let us reason together." He doesn't dictate to us. He doesn't mandate to us. He says, "Come on, let's reason together." Now let me talk to you about God's reason. He's setting up this meeting back then. It's a foreshadowing of what's to come. Because back then, the cows and the bulls and the rams couldn't turn their sins that were as crimson to white. But you know who could? Sunday's a-coming. God's saying, reason together with me. Look, I sent my son to die for your sins. And if you just accept him, look, your sins can be forgiven, and though they are red as crimson, they shall be as wool. Though they're scarlet, they'll be white as snow. Reason with me here. This is God speaking. Reason with me here. I sent my only son. I'm the only deity that has sent his son to die for you. In reality, I am the only deity. God is, yeah. He's just asking us to reason with him. He sent his son to die. It's Saturday. His son's still in the grave. He's getting ready to rise on the next morning. But I believe God is saying, just reason with me. Because my son came and paid the price that you owed. Reason with me. And if you just be willing and obedient, I will make you eat of the good of the land. Now, go get your face in the Bible.